Okay. I think everything is working. I don't know. And I don't really care. It has been a hot minute since I played this game. I played the DLC, and the second I finished the story, I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. Then I just set the game down for like a week or something. It's been more than a week. How long has it been? It was about 2 weeks, actually. Because I got really into playing for... What am I trying to say? I got really into playing Final Fantasy because I had the Pixel Remaster collection on PS4. So I played through that. I just finished 6 the other day, actually. So I'm done with that now. But in the middle of playing 6, I actually got sick. So I've been sick like this whole past week. I brought my Switch with me while I was chilling downstairs one day. Because I was like, oh, I'll play some Pokemon or something. I lied. The most I've ever done in this game during I'll just play it for a minute, is this. This is literally all I've done. I'll just walk around. It's just a walking simulator. That's all I've done in this game. So I'm going to change that. We got Strife joining the party. I've given up on box organization at this point. Because what I've been doing is I group any dupe shinies together like this. As you can see, there are certain species that I have multiple of. And I have, like, my attempt at a living dex. But it's very spread out right now. I'm hoping, and this is my goal, to start chipping away at this again. I swear I had a Pidgeot. I don't know where my Pidgeot went. This can't be right, because one of these is supposed to be a Steelix, so I think that's supposed to be there. But are the Kalos fossils not right after Aerodactyl? I don't know. I'll fix it when I actually get everything. What annoys me the most, though, is, where would it be? Right here. This space and this space are for the Hisuian forms. And I think there's a space left open right here for the Hisuian form for that as well. Home isn't out yet, as far as I'm aware. And I want it to be out yet. Oh, wait. That rivalry. What? What? What is this rivalry? How are they both set up? What is this rivalry? I think it's funny. I'm leaving that. Alright. I need to organize my boxes. Actually, I do need all these espers. I don't know where Esper goes in the living deck, so I'm just going to put it next to Bulbasaur. That's not right. I already know it isn't. Where does it go? It's like 40... Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, because it only has 2 evolutions. Right. Okay, so then... That goes there. I have the female, but if I really care... I can just evolve a second female, and then boom. My Esper problem is solved. Okay, how do I... There we go. Wait. What? When did I catch a shiny Budew? Oh. Wait. Yeah, that's a female one. Why is the female in the spot I was gonna put the male? I don't know what I'm doing. I'll evolve the male one for now. I think is what I'm gonna do. I need to evolve my Flabebe. I have all of the red one. Alright. Anyways, on to actual shiny hunting. Why do I have... Oh, because Meganium has 2 forms. Alright. So I believe Mega Dimensions, didn't that actually add ways to get the starters? Because if that's any easier, I might just use that as my hunting. Wow, crazy. I'm how many minutes in and I'm just now starting hunting? Setting up for hunting. Get Gen 3. I don't need those yet. I want to do the... Anyways, as I was saying, I want to do the base game right now. I'll get Gen 3 starters eventually. I don't know if I need to make anything. Makes it possible to get Gen 3 starters and the rest are still base game exclusive. What? I swear I've seen the other starters in the Mega Dimension stuff. I don't know what kind of donut I'm making here. I'm not wasting my berries. I'm goofing. What options do I have right now? I guess that should determine if I need a reroll. What the? Oh. Those are all things I have not actually caught yet. Does the blue flower mean I'm only going to find the blue flower in there? Because that could be useful for getting the specific forms. I feel like I've seen them in lower stars. Because I've not done a 5-star. But I'm pretty sure I've seen the other starter. At least the ZA starters. I'm not 100% sure if I've seen the Kanto or Kalos starters in it. They're so mean. Just let me hunt a specific form without having to go to the area where that form spawns. Okay, something tells me it's not gonna be like a fairy one. Oh wow, you're telling me that doesn't have any of the starters I would expect. Amoonguss. Okay, why am I getting messages right now? I want to see if I'm actually just crazy. Because I swear I've seen them. I don't even know, like, what type. I guess it would just be the ones that match the type of the starters. Because if I can find one that has the starters, I'll just do that to hunt them. Because I feel like that'll probably end up being easier. Because I can at least get them to spawn in groups or something. Ah, Tepig. 2-star. It's a Tepig. I don't know why I pointed at my screen like me pointing is going to be seen. But I found Tepig. So I could do Tepig. I'm tempted. Okay, it's a 2-star, so... I don't know if the Kalos starters are in these. I don't know if I recall seeing those. I just know the Kanto start. Not Kanto, what? ZA starters. Gosh. Okay. So we'll do that. Just because it's Tepig. I can get the whole line knocked out pretty easily. So now I need to make donuts. I don't care to make sparkling power donuts. Because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of extra work and berries. At least for this level, like, if I make a beefy enough donut, I'm going to have, like, all the time in the world to just reset the area. So, you know, I'm indifferent to actually making good donuts. I don't know. I'll still give it some juice. And then... I don't know if this is actually going to be any good. But I'll make it. Why not? Just give me some standard stuff to work with. Why would I put over 420 into sweet? I don't even know if I have enough berries for all that. I mean, I'll use that for like a higher star one, but I don't think I need all that for this lower level stuff. Because, okay, maybe I shouldn't use all my sweets. Because like this, I feel like it's just going to have enough time off of the calories to where I can reset effectively. I know it does, but I don't think I need that for this. It's not like I'm going into one that gives me like 2 seconds. I feel like I'll be fine without it for now. Be a service. I'm doing this because I think this is how you put the backup save. And in case it doesn't spawn with Tepig right at the spawn, I want to be able to reset that. Okay, where was it? It was this one. Oh, it's in Area 5. Okay, where is this? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through this secret area. Also, hi. It is the backup save. Good. Good to know. I figured it was, but I've also haven't touched this game since I finished the main story. So. Okay, where is it? Oh. Do I need 28 minutes? No. I think I'll be fine. I think 10 minutes, 15 seconds is fine. I just need Tepig to be at spawn so I can reset it. Is there even anything at the spawn of this? Litleo. Okay, here's Tepig. Is there any way I can reset these Tepig effectively? Or am I gonna have to just reset? I think I might just have to reset. Okay. Boom. I know how to load backup saves. I'm so proud of myself for being able to do something that's really not that hard to do. It's the small victories that count, okay? Knowing my luck, one of the Wild Zone 5 Pokemon are going to be shiny before I get this to work out. Be Tepig. Aww. Okay, but that changed, so at least I know it works. If this thing wanted to be shiny, I'd be fine with that. I could always use a shiny alpha. Oh, I forgot to skip it. I'm addicted to cough drops right now. Because if I am not consuming a cough drop, I will actually explode. It would. That's why I'm kind of hoping that could happen. There we go. Oh, I'm stupid. What's in the cough drops? I don't know. Cough drop? Alright. We got 111 female, 113 male. I said that like those are identification numbers. It's just their level. Honestly, I think it might be 1,000 times easier if just the female changes. Oh. Yeah? Alright, this is gonna work. I think. At least for those ones. No, I'm not ready to escape. I should pay more attention instead of just mindlessly mashing. That's the question of the day. What's the good stuff in the cough drop? What makes them work? You know, there's probably something on the packaging that says specifically not to just keep chaining cough drops and, like, you know, take a new one the second the one you just had finishes, but I don't care. They are saving my life. And it's a cough drop. I mean, we have like these blue ones right now that are like full on mint or something. I don't know. I don't like these ones as much. I like the honey ones, at least of what I've had. Although they all kind of just taste bitter half the time. Probably because they have medicine or something. But I will do whatever it takes not to die of coughing and wheezing. Yeah, I was gonna do this actually on the 25th. Just get back into hunting in this game. But this funny thing happened called everyone got sick. Yesterday was the first day I actually was feeling good enough to get out of the house and stuff. But I was doing some other stuff, so... Oh wait, did you know in the 14th century cough drops were filled with cat urine and also prevented smallpox? That is interesting. I didn't even see that went through. I'm gonna be so honest. That's interesting. I have a cat. I got 2 cats. You think I could make some old school cough drops? Okay, I'll just check real quick just to see. I doubt anything's there, but it would be funny. Okay. Just so I don't go insane. I will say, if I don't get a single shiny out of this, then I might just do some grinding for berries and then shiny hunt the proper way. I know, it actually sounds interesting. I would love to try croissant curry. But I think the first step to that is finding a flavor of curry that I actually want to eat. Maybe if I can find a flavor of curry that interests me, I'll try it. Yeah, that is the biggest issue. That happens to me more so like if I'm hunting on my own time. Deciding on the hunt is the hard part. Like, I'll see a Pokemon and I'm like, it'd be cool to hunt that. I set up the hunt and then I do like 5 encounters. I'm like, kind of want to hunt something else. So I will just flip between multiple short spans of hunts until something shines or I just quit for the session. But with something like this, there's stuff to distract me from the fact that all I'm doing is literally plus A, and then wait like 2 seconds. If I felt like setting it up, I could set this up to do itself probably. But I don't want to do that because then I don't earn the shiny. I did nothing. Yeah, I get a croissant from the croissant man. Oh, where's the croissant man? You want to hunt Snorunt, but you decide hunt Ghastly? Yeah. Another issue I used to have, this was more so when I was younger, getting into shiny hunting for the first time. Most of my shiny hunting distraction was just watching other shiny hunters because it was getting popular at the time I got into it. And I remember I just always wanted to go back to the same hunts. Like, I would do some cool hunts, and then I'm like, I want to hunt Galarian Zigzagoon for the 500th time. And Pokemon Masters EX, Professor Juniper gets executed by a Giratina. They're not even from the same generation. How does that happen? No. Ooh, I'm excited. My Christmas gift is coming tomorrow. Or, Christmas gift to myself, but I bought it with money I got. But the money I got, I specifically asked for to pay for the gift that I got myself. So in a way, it was just a general gift to me, but also kind of like, I knew I was going to buy this for me. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted a PS3 because it has 3 Final Fantasy games that my only other options to play are play it on Xbox, which I don't have, or play it on PC. Because I haven't touched 13 since it came out. Or the sequels, that is. So I bought a PS3, but it's funny because now I have 2 of the 313 games. I'm waiting on the other one that I ordered. And I also have Minecraft for PS3. So I just have 3 games for a system I don't even have yet. Which I think is pretty funny. Oh! There's more Tepig. Kieran gets nothing because everyone hates him and you're sad. Does Kieran actually get nothing? Kiki? They give Carmine Pecharunt? Wow. Very close relationship with Naveen. You want to hug him vigorously? Interesting. You're happy you finally have the DLC because your friend got me a $50 gift card. Nice. How aggressively can you talk about Naveen? I don't know. Is that not a personal limit? You must look inward for that one. How aggressively can you? No, I don't want to leave. I do like this place, surprisingly. Oh, okay. Keep it PG. I don't know. I personally don't care, but just because I don't care doesn't mean others don't care. Hopefully the pig does turn golden. One of the best new characters in Pokemon. He's so well written and funny and loving. He's husband. He's baby. That says Babby. Actually, I'm blind. I want to hug and throw him onto the bed and rip. Oh, put it back together and hug and hug and hug and snuggle. Okay then. I respect it. I respect that. Yeah, I didn't figure any of those pigs would be golden. I do too. I support that. I'm here for it. Oogie boogie, we need golden pig. Exactly. We need golden pig. It'll happen eventually, right? Naveen, Nimona, and... Okay, yeah. Okay, I don't quite get why you like N that much. N isn't that likable. Honestly, of all the characters on that list, N... That's gotta be the joke, right? I'm kidding. I love N. I am obsessed with N. Aren't you Lebanon? Yeah. I don't think Lebanon can like anything. I don't think it's alive. Oh boy, I'm getting to the end of this cough drop. We don't know what time it is. Time to pop a new one. This makes... And this is my third today. But I started the second one with this, so... Let's say this is number 2. You want to shiny hunt, but you don't know what to go for? Well, if you're hunting in ZA, I guess the benefit of how this game works is you don't have to be as decisive. You can just pick an area that has cool stuff and then see what happens. Scraggy. Scraggy's a good one. I like that. I like that option. I have not touched Violet in a while. Mainly because this game... See, I'm torn with what my options are for Pokemon right now. I can play Violet, which has a lot more Pokemon I could shiny hunt, and also methods that I would probably have more fun actively doing. But this game has character customization. I can actually wear clothes. I don't think I have, to be honest. But I could imagine that. Seems fitting. I have 2 cop drops left. So if those run out, I either have to go grab more or accept my fate. These pigs don't like me. I should make sure they are in fact re-rolling. They are. Okay, that one I swear has been 113 male for a while. I randomly got obsessed with hot glue. Because I have a hot glue gun just with me. So what I'll do if I'm really bored is I'll plug it in and then just start wasting hot glue to make random things. I made some weird chunk of hot glue out of like 5 sticks. It's pretty cool. It doesn't do anything, obviously, but it's nice. I might see if I can melt it down to make like a puck. Because it's, again, not doing anything. Anyways, what's my favorite shiny? Probably Sylveon. If I had to, like, pick a favorite. Oh my gosh! I'm fixing this, I think. What is going on? See, it's funny as, like, the first thing that you see, but it's not funny when they're gonna keep doing this. That was the right thing to do. Okay. I think I can log in, right? Remind me later. I need chatbot. Yes. I think if I just disable all the commands at the very least, it can't get triggered. Oh no, I've been wasting calories. Oopsies. I don't even know how recently I checked this, but I'll check it again. That's a temporary solution. If it keeps becoming a problem, I'll see what I can do. I don't think it has any, like, recurring messages. Phantomp. We love Phantomp. Honestly, I may have to collect some berries. I did too, honestly. Han. BBQ for the one thing. We have a BBQ command for the one time I did them. Just so I could... What was it I did with that? Was that so I could unlock starters? I think that was so I could unlock all the starters. But then it actually worked out in my favor later. Because it turned out I had done enough, especially with people in an opposite game, to where I was able to get pretty much every legendary treat. I think I'm only missing like 5 or something. There's cheese? Oh gosh. Luck and unluck. Persona, it's like Pokemon, but not. I still need to get a new chair for real. Like, this chair sucks. And it's 100% giving me back problems, but... Play Smash Bros? Okay. I got on speed dial. I was actually playing that right before I started. I'm starting to think that I just need to go ahead and make a sparkling power sandwich. I think also the map layout doesn't help. I don't think it matters too much, but something about this just makes me feel like it's not actually doing anything for me. Oh, if I knew it was this loaded with Tepig. Jeez. Thank you, Ceruledge. I don't think any of my moves break that. Drill Run might. What is that 2 again? Is that Gorilla Glue? Try hunting before completing the storyline. Oh, I did that for sure. And I hopefully plan to do that in every new game following this. Because I like the idea of being the game with at least one shiny on my team. Liquidation. I love my lobster. Ignore the fact it's not a lobster. No. I want it. I want the big ball. Should've. Red Lobster won't reach back out to me. I reached out to them. I'm like, yo, I'll name a Pokemon Red Lobster. You know what you gotta do. And they haven't responded. They didn't say no, screw you. They didn't say absolutely, let's do it. No. Hoopa's a coward. I love how the Hyper Oran Berry actually looks like an orange. That's cool. Then again, my definition of cool is very skewed. Alright. On to the actual fun part, which is the part where I get berries. Okay, so I need one that gives me item or berry. I don't know. I think that's the yellow one, right? The sour. So something like this, I don't know. Only part of a sea urchin is edible, and that's what you expect. Eat them and enjoy. Item power berries. That's what I wanted, right? I think so. Alright. Doesn't matter which kind I go into. I assume I at least want medium, right? Because if I do small, I don't know if that's going to give me anything. Medium is bad. Okay. I feel like I remembered watching a video and it was like, medium you get a good amount of stuff. Large can give you a lot, but like just the layout of it and everything, it ends up not working out the best. I like this because there's also a chance of shiny Sceptile. I love Sceptile. Alright. Floating Pokeballs, catch 3 species, and catch 6 species? Oh. Cool. Is there anything over here? I don't think so. Where does this lead? I probably could have figured that out on my own. Sceptile! If that don't work, I can get aggressive. That's not... Okay. Well, now I'm just knocking them out to knock them out. Ooh, that'd be cool to get. This isn't even Sceptile, this is Grovyle. I think I called it Sceptile. I'm not sure. Oh. I am very much high off cop drops. A Gimmighoul coin. Nice. I keep forgetting Gimmighouls in this game. Weepinbell is the only Pokemon. That's it. That's the fact. It just is the only Pokemon. Boom. Okay, I need one more floating Pokeball. They breed in the nursery. Good to know. Okay. I'm confused. What leads to that one? Oh. You know, it does not point properly at all. These are not pointing to each other, so. This video's online. Oh. Sweet. The golden one spawned. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Please don't. Can I just save? So if anything goes wrong, I can just... I have to go down. That's not it, but... You return to Gen 8 to Shiny Hunt. I respect that. Is going one up there somewhere? No. That was a terrible point to drop at, but whatever. Oh. It was right there. And now in the time remaining, I genuinely don't care what happens. Charger will be Vulpix because it has Yo Shiny and Yo your favorite color. Nice. I like Shiny Vulpix. I've always been meaning to hunt it. But like whenever I'm in the mood to hunt it, the area I'm in the mood to hunt it is wrong. Because like at first when I was in the mood to hunt it, I wanted to hunt it in where it spawned at in Pokemon Sword, which I think in that game is on Route 3. So when I was playing Sword, I wanted to hunt it in the wild area, I think, where it spawned in Shield. But then when I switched to Shield, I wanted to hunt it in where it spawned in Sword, which is Route 3. I think I got that right. I don't know. I just know that it has, like, it and Growlithe swap where they spawn naturally based on which version you play. To be fair, they can probably both spawn in the wild area still, regardless. You got second in a ranked match. Nice. Okay, I don't know if the not donuts. You don't get donuts like that. I don't know if the berries I got were any good for making donuts, but they should be. I'll check, and if they're worth using to make stuff, then I'll... Because I assume I should probably be saving every time. Just so if I get donuts with powers that I don't need, I can reset. Alright. I have some good for sour. I could easily do another round of berry gathering. I'll do another round of berry gathering, I guess. It's Wimpod! Lobster. I like the look of this, but I feel like the fact that it gives me more and something else than what I want is not good. Okay. That's a great question. So, I don't think any of those are really helpful for getting berries. When one of the powers gives you more berries, I'm pretty sure. Which is exactly why I made a backup save. I don't really have a target right now. I think I'm going to go for the ZA starters. I'm just working on getting berries so I can make sparkling power. Okay, it's different, but it's not better. I might just go straight to making the shiny ones, honestly. And then just do berry gathering on my own time. Because that's not fun. No one wants to watch me gather berries and then turn those berries into more berry gathering donuts. This is shiny hunting, not berry hunting. Alright. That should be good. Give me sparkling. Steel level 2? What do you mean I don't get level 3 out of that? Well, that really doesn't help me because I'm not hunting anything steel type yet. Okay, so I need grass, water, or fire. If I get any of those three, it'll work. I don't even remember. That was not the right donut. It was this one. I might have just used the same thing twice. I think I also called it a donut. I made the wrong thing. I'm stupid. I literally just made it and I already forgot what berries I used. Even though I'm literally sure it was just 3 of one berry. I think it was... I used the wrong starting berry. I think I used that on accident to start it off. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. Yeah, the Switch 2 battery life isn't that great, honestly. Like, it's fine if you're playing Switch games, but if you're playing, like, anything Switch 2, I started with the normal save. It goes pretty quick. It's like the one flaw of it. I'm sure if they make, like, literally any kind of Model 2 for it, it's gonna have, like, infinitely better batter life. What is this, a cake? Cake batter? It's gonna have, like, way better battery life. Because they've been pretty good about, like, second models fixing battery life, or at least making it a bit better. Well, yeah, there's obviously more flaws with it. But, like, that's one of the biggest flaws I've seen. I got level 3. It's just for a type I'm not hunting. Again. Today's sponsor? I don't know. Pez Dispenser. Yeah. Pez Dispenser. That's our sponsor. I don't know, that's the first thing I saw on my desk. So, Pez Dispenser. Doesn't even stand up. Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Oh, that's a slap in the face. It went down. I don't like the fact that I have to keep flying back over here. Like, it takes no time at all because it's a Switch 2. But, like... it'd be a lot easier if I just started over here. Be good. Finally got the Baxcalibur Stone. You're so done with ranked for the season. I haven't really been doing... oh my gosh. I need to quit mashing through. I haven't really done the ranked much other than getting the Mega Stones for the season. Like, I'll grind it until I get the stone, and then I just top off. Because I have no more reason to do it. I'm not too big into competitive battles and stuff, so. To be fair, I don't even know if it is competitive in this game. Just because it's a different battle style. I don't know if it really translates to competitive well. I think you can. Because from what I've seen, they've been having them as early rewards. Oh, I got steel again. I don't want steel. Please be nice to me. Give me a type I need. Please, I beg. Okay, it's water. But it's level 2. To be fair, I do only need one more from that line. But I feel like if I'm putting this much resources into it, I should try to get it for a type that I'm actually gonna need. So, I'm gonna go again. Big surprise, but I can kind of just get Totodile any day of the week. I keep doing this. I need to stop. Why does this have to be so random? Why can't they just make ways to, like, influence what you're gonna get? Like, in Scarlet and Violet making sandwiches, at least you can adjust the recipe and get it for the exact thing you want. This, you just have to keep resetting until maybe she makes the right donut. You don't know if she's gonna do it, though. And even if she does, there's probably some dumb quirk. Like, oh, yeah, it's for the type you want, but it's not level 3. Oh, you wanted level 3? Too bad. Make it again. Oh my gosh, I did the same thing twice there. No, don't pass out. Passing out is bad. No, it's not. If this drives me crazy enough, I might just switch back to playing Violet. And then sometimes it's cheap and just gives you 2. No, give me all 3. And make one of them a level 3 sparkling power for a type I need. You have a network error from your Switch? Aww. Sparkling power poison. Cool. I'm not hunting a poison type. phased on Pancham? Wow. I will do one more donut. And if this donut's wrong, I'm just not hunting through Mega Dimensions for a while. Because, like, I genuinely do not feel like putting in this much work right now. So if it's not going to cooperate with me, then I'm just going to do something different. Sparkling Power Ground. Wow. Don't need that. Yeah? Alright, I'm just doing something different. So I can show distortions early. I'm not early, only. But I can't choose to not show them at all. Okay, I'm dying. Last one. This is my last cough drop. If this runs out, I'm gonna have to go grab more. Okay. So as I was saying, I can have it show distortions only, but I can't have it not show them at all. I had all my side quests done in the base game, and then they went and added like 1,000 more, it feels like. And out of spite, I'm not doing them. Because no, I had the game done. You can't just clutter my map up again. I'm not doing it. I'm too lazy. How do you... How... Oh. $201 total or 201 new? Well, let's see. How many do I have done already? How do I open the map? How did I forget how to open the map? Okay. So how many have I done? I think I'm missing one. Okay, I've done a handful. I just don't feel like going out of my way to do more right now. I'm lazy. I don't know what to hunt. A lot of the stuff I need is just in Zone 20, and I don't want to do all that. I guess I'll go to Wild Zone 2 and hunt Budew. Pretty sure the Budew spawn is like right there, so. Actually, I think I need more from this area than I thought. Because if I find this portion of my box, I need male Budew, another female Magikarp, and I need Patrat. So, I mean, it's not the worst area to hunt. Hunting in this game just kind of happens to be boring. And I feel like I would much rather just be hunting in Gen 9. I mean, this is Gen 9 still, I think. I meant Scarlet Violet. Oopsies. Or Sword and Shield. I could hunt in Sword and Shield. Ooh, I would love to go back to Sword and Shield. I love Sword and Shield just because they were my first games in the series. I could go back to Gen 8 right now. I mean, it's my Switch. I have full control over what game I play on here. Like, switching to Gen 8 is literally as simple as... Okay, actually, give me a minute. This might take a second. Boom, I'm in Gen 8. Like, if I really want to do this, I could. I don't know if I have all my stuff set up still. Let me see. It should be on Shiny Hunt 1, yes, because... Is Shiny Hunt 2 fixed? I'm scared. I'm not clicking on that. Because knowing my luck, I replaced the file with something horrendous. Like, that is my biggest fear. Even though I'm pretty sure they run off the same background. Like, I have a fear that if I switch to Shiny Hunt 2, I actually have something horrendous as the backdrop. Wait. No. They don't run off the same thing, because I specially crafted each one. My second Switch isn't even hooked up. First Shiny in Gen 8 was Galarian Zigzagoon. That one I remember well, because I remember everything leading up to that. I remember wanting a Shiny Hunt, trying... Didn't really work out in my favor. Wow, this game runs a lot better than I thought it did. I mean, it's 30 frames per second, so it looks choppy, but it's always been 30. I wish this got a Switch 2 update, but I know why it didn't. Because, like, if you think about it logically, like, even in the inserts that came with ZA, it's very clear why this didn't get anything. Because they are trying to promote their most recent of every type of Pokemon game. So, for the, like, main games... They're promoting Scarlet and Violet. Makes sense. They're the most recent main series games that aren't... It's weird because Legends is considered main series, but it's like a side series. I don't know. Basically, their main actual game for the generation, that is Scarlet and Violet right now. So they're obviously promoting that over making a better version of Sword and Shield. For the Legends game, obviously Legends ZA is the most recent. They're not going to go promote Legends Arceus, 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 however you want to say that one. Makes sense. But then for remakes, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, because they haven't remade a game since then. So you got one game that's stuck as a Switch 1 version. And then 2 games that have Switch 2 updates. Anyways, I need to set stuff up for this. Alright, now I need to actually make a new thumbnail really quickly, because I do not think I have anything saved. I think to make a thumbnail, I need to decide on a target. You had to go get lunch. That says eat. I'm dumb. Hopefully it was good. Or does that say you have to? Okay, it says you had. I was about to say hopefully that was good, and you're just sitting there saying no. I said I have to. I've not consumed it yet. Wait. Boom. I still had the previous setup. And it was still Wimpod. I honestly don't know. It probably is going to depend right now. Zorua. I'm doing the Zorua method. Does that tell you how long it's been since I played this game? My third most recent video? Question mark? Let me look this up. I can fact check this in like 2 seconds. Yeah. 16. The Shiny Zorua reaction. This is that Zorua. And I believe I got this while I was editing the X playthrough. No. I was editing ZA, I think. Because X was already out. And I wanted to do hunts in between. To one, keep videos going while I was working on the long video. And two, also break it up a bit so it wasn't all just like 3 playthroughs in a row. And then I haven't touched this game since. And I obviously didn't do any shiny hunting since because, well. Yeah, I'm stupid. I forgot about that. Is this my party? From my Lunala hunt, I have all of this. I still haven't given this Rayquaza away yet. I'm waiting for my friend to come back, because I'm giving this to my friend, because he really likes this Pokemon. I think he's going to be back sometime next week. And I think we might be hanging out at some point during that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Ooh, John Clarinet. This actually has another meaning to it. So, this John Clarinet actually goes with the person this Rayquaza is for. Because one day in band class, I remember we were learning about the clarinet, and our band director was like, so does anyone know who the first person who used clarinet in their music was? My friend just sits there and says, John Clarinet. Yeah, John Clarinet. Sure. That wasn't right, but I wish it was. Other acceptable answers would have been me. I was the first person to write with clarinet music. I'm just saying. You know, not to brag or anything. Anyways, this is the wrong entrance. I would rather enter this properly. I'm not going to hunt this thing. There's no way. But I just want to, like, reflect on my memory with this area real quick. So I remember I really wanted a shiny Pokemon. I learned that you could get the shiny charm if you completed the Pokedex. So I'm like, okay. So I stayed up multiple nights in a row just grinding away at this game to complete my Pokedex. And it wasn't easy because I didn't have friends to trade with or anything. And what friends I did have had the same version as me at the time. So I couldn't do much. I just had to rely on the slim fact that someone online might send me a Pokemon I needed from Shield. And this was before I had Shield. I had Sword first. but finally did it. I remember it was like Ferrothorn actually was like my last Pokemon I got. And then I finally decided on my target being this little guy. So I just kept hunting. And this was... I still have a cough drop. I should not be coughing yet. This was the earlier days of Sword and Shield. So like, people didn't actually know how the method worked. So it ended up just being me blindly encountering them. And I think it only took me like 183 encounters or something. And I remember I wasn't looking, because I was watching videos on my phone to like kill time. I was looking down. I heard a sparkle sound. I'm like, whoa, did it happen? I look up and I see the red Zigzagoon. I'm like, oh, it's real. Also, hi. I didn't miss that. I promise. I'm not lying. I was just mid-story. When you did Scarlet Dexter, your last Pokemon was Teddiursa, and it took you like 2 hours to get it. Wow. I think there was something in Gen 9 that took me a while to get. Yeah, I'm still recovering. I was sick like all last week. And right now I'm relying on cough drops to not die of coughing. And I just ran out. This one I have right now is slowly about to run out. So I will be right back with more cough drops. And a Gatorade maybe, if I'm up to it. And then I'll shiny hunt. Alright, I didn't get the Gatorade, but I got more cough drops. So I feel like this is gonna end up becoming a meme. Underrod Shiny Vulpix, nice. Nice. It's gonna become a thing. A bit. Like, we got... Yo, remember the 6-hour stream? Or 7 hours, I don't know. Where it was like, whoa, I went really late. And then like 1,000 people showed up. It wasn't actually 1,000, but it felt like it. That was what like kick-started growth and everything. And then we got, yo, remember that time you just absolutely devoured cough drops like they were candy? Alright, how do you get foggy weather? I don't know. Maybe it's not fog, maybe it's considered mist or something. I don't know. I want to hunt Galarian Corsola. I know you have to change the clock settings, but I have no idea what the clock settings need to be. Yeah, something tells me this is not the right weather. It's got Pumpkaboo though, so there's that. I need to see if I even have this old thumbnail. I always save stuff as like dumb names because I get too lazy to type out the full name of something. So I have stuff for it, but it's definitely not the thing I want. You know what? I have a smart idea. Why don't I just download the thumbnail from the last thing? Pretty sure that's something YouTube lets you do for streams. You can download their thumbnails. Download. Yes. Kuros. That's what I'm naming this. Because I went to type Corsola, I accidentally typed Cur, and I'm stupid, so I just went with the Cursula name. Sweet. How do I change this now? This is how I change it. I think. Kuros. Boom! It's just like the old days. We got the old thumbnail, I think. Should I go Let's Spot in ZA DLC? Nice. Name your Shining Lemon. Okay, so everything's set up. Now I just need to do the date and time. Is date and time even down here? Yes, it is. I live in Chicago, I guess. Pokemon Shield. Overcast. How to get overcast weather. March 1st or February 15th? Well, 1st would have been closer, actually, because I forgot I didn't have to go backwards. But February 15th is such a cool date. I think it lied. Yeah, February 15th does not do it. I think I need March 1st. Bruh. I don't like when things lie to me. I live in Chicago, I guess. This looks right. So now I get to do the fun part. Because I know for a fact, I can confirm right now, I did not shiny hunt a single thing. At least not for this hunt. Since I did that stream, which was actually the last stream I did for a long while. So, whatever I ended at is just what I ended at, I'm pretty sure. 118. I'll fact check that, because if I KO'd more, then I've physically done more. Oh, I've gone up to 303. What am I on? You have to go. Oh, that sucks. Right when I was getting to the fun part, too. Okay, so... Actually, I should do this... very logically. I want to get a setup. I have money. I could probably do this, to be honest. What I've seen, which actually works really well, at least for like Scarlet Violet and probably ZA as well, is like get a foot pedal that goes to the computer. And that way, like every time I step on it with my foot, it adds to the counter. It's probably easier than having to take my hand off the controller, hit a key, you know. So I might look into that. My only issue with that is I have other things that can probably be used in the same way. Like, any kind of video game controller, if I use it wired, can probably set it up to where I can, like, step on one of the buttons or something, and that'll count it. Or maybe rig it up to where I step on something and it hits the trigger. Like, there's ways I can set this up without one, I'm sure. I'll just set up my Wii balance board. Okay. Okay, so I'm at 303, which means I probably have actually done 303 encounters. I should hunt Gloom someday, specifically Gloom, not Oddish or its Eva. I will probably do that, actually. Okay, I need text that says Scorp. That's not all what that's supposed to mean, actually. I need a file that's named Scorp. Because I made this when I did the Skorupi hunt. Skorupi, I don't know. Don't care. Okay, this text is going to bother me. I did not realize it was going to be so dark for the on-screen chat. And I'm too lazy to change that right now. Because I'm sure there's a way to just make the text light. But honestly, I'm thinking about just redoing this layout so I have something, you know, I actually want to use. Even though I love the Pokemon Moon theme, I don't know. Purple isn't my favorite color anymore. That's how much has changed. So I might redo it. The Meryl Monday stream. I remember that. I don't remember. Did I actually do that on a Monday? I think I did. I don't think I should be on a bike for this. I believe at this point I had decided I was only going to run into the Brilliant Aura ones. Because, big surprise, those ones were actually the ones that had the boosted odds. Which makes me kind of mad, considering the whole reason we were misled was Pokemon Company says finding brilliant Pokemon can lead to finding shiny Pokemon. And then people were like, that's misleading. That implies that the Brilliant Aura Pokemon are the ones with the boosted odds. And then, like, at the end of Sword and Shield's life, yeah, guys, so Brilliant Aura Pokemon are actually the ones with the boosted odds. So then why did we say it wasn't? And they were like, it doesn't make sense because Brilliant Aura Pokemon, they have the same spawn rate as the chance of Pokemon having boosted odds. Don't know why they're not connected. And then they ended up being connected. Whoa. Okay, please move. I'll just encounter them for now. Oh, I forgot to put an image of it up. Where is it? There it is. Boom. Yeah. These cough drops, they're losing their magic. So when Pokemon have higher shiny odds, they get Brilliant Aura. But when I lose a 20v1, I get negative Aura. What 20v1 are you fighting? Should I be scared? What 20v1 are you fighting? Yeah, the good stuff, the good stuff. Alright, more good stuff. I should check its summary. Okay. So, I actually kind of started figuring out on my own before, like, the whole people finding out how shiny hunting actually works in this game. I remember I was like, man, it's really inefficient to knock out like 500 of a species just to get the maximum odds. So I stopped doing that. I only did like 300 KOs for a species. And then I'm like, well, if you think about it, like the difference in odds versus the time it takes to knock out 200 more Pokemon from 300, I was like, it's not really worth it. I feel like the encounters you can get with the time you save not knocking out, like, I feel like that would at least somewhat cancel out. So I just stopped doing it. But I was like, oh, well, if you knock out Brilliant Pokemon, I don't think I hit the counter for that. See, that's my issue now. I'm not going to remember to keep hitting it. But yeah, I was like, the Brilliant Pokemon, they give you, like, they give you watts. So it's like, you at least have incentive to knock one of those out. So I'm like, okay, I'll encounter everything and knock everything out up to 300. And then at 300, I will only knock out the Brilliant Pokemon. But I will still encounter everything. And when I was doing that, I started to notice, because, you know, I was actually paying more attention to the fact that, hey, I just encountered a Brilliant, I can knock this one out, or, this one was normal, don't worry about it. And suddenly I started noticing, that's funny. I seem to be getting more shiny Pokemon when I encounter the Brilliants. And then, of course, it didn't take me long to realize, wait, aren't these just the ones that give the boosted odds, even though people don't think they are? So I just only encountered Brilliants, and I started getting shinies on average right when it expected. So I'm like, yeah, we've just been stupid. You don't know why, but you've been really into Undertale for the past week? Interesting. I've never been much into Undertale. Like, I know it exists and everything, I just don't play it or anything. Undertale is like, let's see, in my brain, I just see it in the same way I see Fortnite. Like, yeah, under the surface, they are genuinely actually good games that people would enjoy, but they happen to hit popularity and be popular and everything at a time that basically just made them internet memes, like, haha, kids like this game, Fortnite, we like Fortnite, you know. That's why I don't really like Fortnite that much. Like, I know it's a good game, I've played it, I like it, it's just, my brain sees it as, like, cringy internet content that kids are into. And unfortunately, I just see Undertale the same way. Like, I know it's actually a good game. I just can't get myself into it because, again, I just saw way too much on the internet that made it feel more cringe. Like, I feel like people are going to point and laugh and call me a child if I tell them I like Undertale. So I just never got into it. Which is unfortunate, because I'm pretty sure Undertale is actually like a really good game. Oh. Hi, Barfree. Okay, the 30 frames per second threw me off for like 5 seconds there when I first started playing the game, but I've already adjusted. 30 frames per second isn't even bad. It's just when you play it right after a 60 frames per second game, yeah, I mean, the comparison is there. For this being a 5%, it sure does seem to spawn a lot more. Neo permanents? What are those? I'm sure I probably know exactly what they are. I just don't know what they are. Like, if I see them, I'll know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know what that actually goes with. I mean, people can do what they want, I guess. That's... I mean, like, I'm not gonna say they're wrong or anything, because that's just mean and putting people down. And also, I don't really know if I have much room to say anything on this topic, because I'm pretty sure all that could technically be deflected back at me. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It can be funny too, because if you really wanted to, you could probably say you identify as like an attack helicopter or something. That's pretty funny. I only get 2 camera settings. Thumbs down for this game. I want more camera. Let me zoom outward. So when does this game get the Switch 2 update that gives it 4K textures and let you spawn like 40 Pokemon on screen at a time? You want another one to evolve? That's fair. Hopefully you get it soon. Yeah, I realize saying hopefully you get it doesn't really help much, because that could literally mean like 2 seconds before the end of your life. I mean, technically you would have still gotten it. I need to clean my screen. Because for whatever reason, this monitor that I play on, it's a nice fancy monitor. I got it because it's like 4K and everything. Because I'm like, oh, I have the PS5, and if I get a Switch 2, not saying I'm like really into the fact that it is a 4K system, but I was like, if it can do 4K, that's another bonus. So, got a 4K monitor for it. Pretty cool. But this thing just gets dirty so easily. Like, the bottom right corner has a bunch of, like... It's not sticky or anything, I don't think. I don't know, it just has a bunch of stuff on it. I think there's a strand of hair somehow on it. So every now and then I have to go through and clean it, but a lot of time cleaning just smears stuff around. So I'm going to have to figure out how to, like, properly clean this. But I have to be careful, because if anything gets in it in a way it shouldn't, then it could damage the screen, and then I've wasted $600, because yes, this thing was expensive. This February. That's actually... Okay, so in marching band, at least my section, I don't know if other sections do this, but we have nicknames for each other. So, not every one of the freshman category has a nickname yet. But a few freshmen already have nicknames. I'm one of which. Because I know, I'm so special. I got a nickname before everyone else. It's mostly the returning members that have nicknames already, because they've been around the longest. Because basically it's just an inside joke based on something funny that they did or happened to them. And so that's kind of how it happened. So, for a lot of them, it's like, because they do skit nights at the end of band camp, so one of them got their name from a skit because of the role they played and how accurately I fit, I guess. So, they got a nickname out of that. And you know, there are various different nicknames that came out of different things. And mine just so happened to be the running joke of my name is actually whatever month of the year it is. So, I'm not around all of them all the time now, because most of them I only had marching band with. But one of them I am actually friends with, like, was friends with before all this from high school. So I knew going into everything, I knew him at least. And he's been calling me December like this whole time. Like this entire month. He'll just call me December. I'm like, okay. Sure. And I just know in like a day and however many hours, he's going to be like, what's up, January? I'm like, okay, the new year just started. I'm probably gonna get a text that's like, yo, what's it like being January? Same as the past months. So, that's our inside joke. And I was thinking about, like, somehow reflecting that by, like, changing an account name somewhere or whatever, just to keep up with that. I haven't, unfortunately, but I don't know, maybe someday I will incorporate that somehow. Okay, this is what I was expecting for a 5% spawn. I'm just not gonna find it now. What's my favorite food? I might be just really basic here and say pizza, because I do genuinely just love pizza. Like, there are foods I like, but I only like them so much, and it's like, okay, well, if you put me on a diet of only this food for the rest of my life, I'm going to get sick. Like, physically sick. And then I'm just never going to want to eat again, and I'm going to die of starvation. But pizza is probably the one food where if you put me on the diet of like, okay, this is all you can eat for the rest of your life, I'd probably just eat it. Because I like pizza. I specifically like deep dish. Oh gosh. I'm dying. Give me a second. New cough drop. Yeah, specifically I like deep dish the most. Locked your sister in her room because she's sick right now. My entire family got sick last week. And it was really unfortunate because, like, we do a family Christmas gathering on Christmas Eve usually where we eat a nice dinner. And then we open presents. Presents, not presents. We open presents, usually going from youngest to oldest. Of course, pets get to cheat if there are pet presents and the pet is present. Because they are technically younger, even if their age in human years would translate to being way older. You're gonna go for now because your phone's gonna die. Don't die from coughing. Okay. I'll try. Yeah, we unfortunately weren't able to do that because, like, everyone got sick. Everyone. Which, if you ask me, aside from the fact that that's terrible for, like, traveling or anything, like, I think that's fine. We're all sick. What are we gonna do? Get sick? Oh, no. But, yeah, it was probably for the better. And I think we're gonna do it sometime early January now. And, you know, it sucked for, like, actual Christmas, too, because since none of my family was feeling good, we actually had to delay it by a day. So we had Christmas on the 26th, which I think is actually, like, Boxing Day in Canada. I don't know. I'm not from Canada, so I don't know. I don't know if that's even a real thing. I just remember calendar said Boxing Day, and then parentheses, Canada, so I'm like, oh, guess they're boxing. I don't think it was actually the sport boxing. I feel like I looked it up at some point. I don't remember. So, like, the best explanation I got, and I could be completely wrong if anyone is Canadian and actually knows. It's in England. I thought it was in Canada. That's my bad. I don't know. I saw it was like just because it's the day after Christmas, you have all the boxes from stuff you got. It's literally just getting rid of those boxes. Once a day to donate gifts to those in need, but has evolved to become a part of Christmas festivities. It originated in the United Kingdom and is celebrated in several Commonwealth nations. Wonder why America doesn't have it. It gained independence before Boxing Day was officially established. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a reason not to celebrate Boxing Day. It's because we're greedy. So yeah, unfortunately, Boxing Day isn't about the game Punch-Out or anything. I swear, Boxing Day... There better be boxing matches that happen on Boxing Day. It's like Boxing Day boxing. And, like, that's the whole gimmick of it. I think Boxing Day, we need to get rid of whatever Boxing Day is now and just have it be an entire day devoted to the sport. If you have a Wii, pull out Wii Sports. If you have any other Nintendo console, play a Punch-Out game. If you don't have any of that, then just beat up your sibling or something. Boxing Day needs to be about boxing. And also just make it celebrated everywhere. Why are we gatekeeping Boxing Day? I think everyone needs to have the right to punch someone. Maybe that's it. Maybe Boxing Day should just be the one day you're legally allowed to punch anybody. Only one time, so things don't get too violent. But you're allowed to punch somebody. I think that's fun. You're back after all this time? Nice. I'm learning what Boxing Day is. Can you believe Boxing Day isn't about the sport? That's such a lie. Did I bump it up? I don't know if that counted. Okay. My keyboard is weird with what it considers actually an input. Oh. It's not quite pre-ordering because the game's already out. But I guess just reserving a copy. So I tried to get the new Kirby Air Riders, whatever it's called. Tried to get the new Kirby game. But literally everywhere nearby is sold out, and I'd have to go farther than I'm comfortable going to be able to get a copy anywhere. So I just like reserved a copy, I guess. And they say order a copy, as in like they are specially ordering this one copy just for me. But I know it's just when the next shipment is coming in. Like, I'm not stupid. It's literally just when the next shipment comes in. So I'm getting it. The very first video game I get in 2026 is gonna be the new Kirby game. Whoa. It's only like 2 days away. So I'm not insanely worried about it or anything. But yeah, I got it because I was on the fence about it. I'm like, if I get anything for Switch 2 that's like an actual Switch 2 game, this might be the one game I get. Because it looked more interesting than Donkey Kong Bonanza to me. And my friend actually got both, but he's been playing Air Riders. And he was like, this is actually a really good game. You should get it. So I'm like, okay. So I'll be getting it in a couple days. Do I play Unite? No, not anymore. I used to play it for a bit back when it first came out. Just because it was like a hype new Pokemon thing. But I lost interest. And then eventually I got back into it because a friend of mine wanted to play. I didn't really have that many friends to play it with, so I played it. And then stopped playing again. I haven't really played since. I think I tried to get back into it at one point, but of course you don't play an online game that's like competitive in nature. You don't play that long enough, people just get better. And it's like impossible to actually learn how to get good. It's unfortunate, but it's whatever. I'm excited to start using my second channel more. Right now it has the one Minecraft video, which is already out of date, and I'm probably going to have to delete that or something. I'll probably leave it up, it just won't be anything special. Because originally I did that with the intention of, oh, I'm going to have this as my Forever World series. Hello. I said hi earlier, I don't know if you heard me. I promise I did read the message. Yeah, it's very nice that it is easier. I personally don't like it as much because I just like doing more physical stuff. But I'm glad it is easier. And I hope that, like, in future games, they have, like, a method that is really good. Or just a way to get shinies really easily for the people who just want to get as many as they can. But then still have ways to hunt them at, like, more normal odds. But if games keep doing like ZA did, I may switch to full odds again. And like my full odds hunts are like 50-50. Like, obviously in any game that doesn't have charm, I have no choice. I hunt full odds. And then I'm okay with doing full odds hunts in some older 3DS games. I say older 3DS games. Just in the 3DS games. Because a lot of them aren't too bad. And in the Switch generation, like right now, I have just been going full odds. Not full odds, charm odds. But, like at some point, I would be perfectly okay with resetting this save. And then just going full odds. And I think I might be doing that at some point. Because I also feel like... So, the channel I get inspiration from, I talk about this a lot. AbsolBlogs Pokemon. He does full odds hunting. That's just how he does shiny hunting. And of course, it's not wrong to do one way or the other. Every method is valid. Except for cheating and hacking in your Pokemon. You can do that, but just admit it. You're wrong. Okay, I'm not actually going to bully hackers. If you want to hack, hack. I don't care. Just keep it out of my game. Oh, you love watch Absol. Finally, someone who... That is like my biggest issue. My entire thing is supposed to be the fact that I'm just the Walmart brand. I am crappy in like every way. I have literally said I am the Walmart brand version half the time. And no one even knows who I'm actually getting half my stuff from. So they just see numbered videos, a weird channel name. And they're just like, okay. That's just how you are. Like, no, I'm doing this because I am literally taking inspiration and stealing from someone. I'm stealing. And I don't feel bad. Because if I didn't steal, I probably wouldn't be doing this anyways. Yeah, I've been real inspired to do full odds hunts because I feel like that also makes you think in like older games. You really have to think about what you want to go for. Because if you're hunting with charm mods, it's very easy to just like, oh, well, I want this, this, and this. And then boom, you hunt it. And I think charm mods is definitely better for like, I don't want to say content farming. That's not the word I want to use. But I feel like it's definitely better. Because, like, people, I feel like when people watch shiny hunting, they really do just want to see shiny reactions. Which is why I've seen a lot of shiny reaction compilation videos do so well. Because people just want to see a whole bunch of reactions. So having the charm helps because, obviously, higher shiny rate means more shinies. More shinies means more content. And then if you do full odds, you really have to think, because, like, you're signing yourself up to take at least 3 times as long per hunt. So you really have to think, do I want to hunt this thing? And it really has to have that meaning to it, because otherwise, oh. So I really like full odds hunting. And I genuinely think, going forward, I'm going to just reset. Oh, this is actually brilliant. I need to point that out, so I will be knocking this out. Yeah, like, going forward, I really want to start full odds hunting again. Because, yeah, you have to work to get it. Now, Dynamax Adventures are the only point where I'll say I will probably use Charm still. Because I don't know. It's just, not saying it's impossible to do Dynamax Adventures full odds. There are people who do that because they only have their one safe that's full odds. And there's some people who just don't feel like going through the effort to get a complete shiny charm or Pokedex, I guess. Even though you can easily just home transfer a living dex. But, you know, that still takes time. So, realistically, what I'll probably do is I'm about to go through like a whole shiny hunting marathon. This is going to be fun. I'm going to power through Dynamax Adventures for the next whole session. Like, whether or not I get this Corsola, the next thing I do will be powering through Dynamax Adventures. Because between this and my second Switch, I have pretty much every legendary that I need from Gen 7 plus Zygarde saved as a path. So I am just going to power through on both Switches to get through as many Dynamax Adventures as I can. Hopefully end up getting both shiny, not both, all the shinies I need. So that way I'm done. I don't need Dynamax Adventures anymore. And then I'm going to reset the game. Both of them. I'll play through both. And then I think with how I have Sword owned on my account or whatever, I have the virtual card. And this account is saved onto both Switches. So I just swap the card around. So on this Switch, what I might do is get the shiny charm on my sword. So play through. I think I have a save already going where I just use Dynamax Adventures to get a bunch of overpowered stuff. But I guess the idea is just going to be have that save that has the charm in case I really feel like doing Dynamax Adventures. I'm going to cough if I don't get another cough drop in me. Down the hatch. Okay. Cough drop. I'm good. So, you know, that way if I want to hunt other legendaries, I can. But don't know. My main focus with hunting legendaries is doing it through Sun and Moon, or I guess Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Unless we hit the day where the servers are no longer supported for Bank. In which case I will have to do Dynamax Adventures. But that's why I'll have that save. Yeah, I would like to slowly start switching over to full odds. Because I feel like I get more joy out of doing the full odds hunts. And that gives me more incentive to play older games. Because it's like, oh, well, I'm already set up for it. I'm prepared for full odds. And also, I'm sitting on a couple of videos that I think I might just release as standard videos now because of how unfortunate things have worked out for me. So I guess I'll just go ahead and spill. I was working on something that was going to be like a side project that I didn't talk about at all. And then I was going to release it like 5 years after it had started, once I was done. But that's just not going to work because I've barely got any footage for it, I think. And what footage I do have, I've lost a lot of it, I think. So I might just go ahead and release it normally. But I've been working on a Pokemon Moon Dream Team quest because Gen 7, while it's not my favorite, it is one of my favorites. And specifically Pokemon Sun and Moon, the originals, I haven't had much experience with them. So I thought it would be a nice kill two birds with one stone, you know. Do a Dream Team quest for once, and then also play through the games I never really got to play. Right now I have my starter and one other member. And there's 4 members left to the team. And I'm thinking now I might just release it, like, when I see fit, release each part to it. Because again, I've lost a lot of what I wanted to keep in. And the pacing of a movie form video for that is not going to work out if I don't have any of the footage. So unfortunately, that's probably what's going to happen with that. But at some point I want to finish that. Because there's 4 hunts left. And then for the Ultra games, I do actually plan to replay them very soon. Because of the Pointless Grinds series that I started. I haven't checked on it in a while because I got sick, like right after uploading. So I have no idea how the first video is doing. But the first one, okay, I will admit the first video is very lazily done in terms of like being unique, because like right now you can't lie, it's literally just a level 100 gauntlet disguised as some different series, but it's literally getting a Pokemon to a level 100. That's a level 100 gauntlet. I stole that. I did not make that. That is not new. But I do plan to do different grinds throughout the series, so it's not all level 100 stuff. And for the next one, I really want to do a Professor Oaks challenge. which I think is going to be interesting to do because, well, I don't know if I want to do necessarily a Professor Oak challenge or not. That part I'm still deciding on. Because if I do Professor Oak challenge, I only need 1 copy of the game for it. Because that's how the rules for that work. But half of what I was thinking of doing instead was actually playing through both games. Maybe not at the same time. Because to do that, I need to get another 3DS first. Because my other one, like, I can fix it easily, but it's the old model, so it doesn't play the Sun and Moon games as well. What's Professor Oak Challenge? Okay, so Professor Oak Challenge, basically, it works different in Sun and Moon, so I'll explain it for a normal game, but for Sun and Moon, just replace the word gym with trial. Basically, you play through the game, but before you're allowed to take on each gym, you have to catch every Pokemon possible for that point in the story. Which means, if you were doing it in a game like Sword and Shield, where you have the entire wild area before you even have access to the first gym, through everything you can catch in this first area, plus the raid dens, I'm pretty sure there are like 200 to 300 Pokemon you can get in Sword and Shield before you even get to take on the first gym. And I think Scarlet and Violet, you literally catch like almost the entire Pokedex minus legendaries. But yeah, basically you just catch every wild Pokemon available, and then you have to level them all up to have every evolution possible as well. If you're crazy enough, you can do a living dex with it too. And basically that's just what you do for the entire playthrough. Every time you get to where you can take on the next gym, you have to catch every Pokemon available. And once you've got everything, you can move on. And you just keep doing that. Of course, there are catches like you're not allowed to trade, which means trade evolutions aren't going to happen. You can do in-game trades, but you can't trade with another game. You're also limited on items because older games, at least, sucked about having items. So, I think there's one point with like the Moonstone or something where you have to choose if you want one Pokemon or another. Doesn't matter for the dex total. But, you know, there's only one of the stone in the game. No renewable way to get it in that game. So it's like, oh, well, guess I can't have this Pokemon. Of course, newer games, there are a lot of renewable ways to get all the evolution items and stuff. So, in newer games, it's a lot easier to just get everything. So, of course, for the Sun and Moon version, what I'd be doing is doing all that, but before each trial. So, I'm torn between doing that, which could be fun. Or, another thing I'm thinking about doing is having the second DS, which I'd have to go out and buy because I want another new 3DS model if I'm going to do this. But have 2 of them, play through the games, both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And as I play through them, catch everything. And of course, having both versions, that means every version exclusive as well. So obviously the goal by the end of it being, I have a complete living dex of every single Pokemon across both versions of the game. Now, of course, I'd have to, like, combine the saves to be able to get everything together, but that one seems like a lot more of a grind, and pointless too, but and it's even more pointless when you realize that these playthroughs are going to be the new saves of these games that I use. And I plan to use these full odds, so it's kind of funny if I go and catch all 400 Pokemon split across both games. Except I'm never going to use the Shiny Charm. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I just know it's going to be long. Both to do the challenge and also it's going to be a long video. Because, you know, you have all that. How do you shiny hunt in ZA? Okay, so you find a wild zone, you fly to it, and then you fly to it, and then you fly to it. Do you get the gist? You just keep flying to the same wild zone. Because it rerolls all the Pokemon, shinies don't despawn. At least not by doing stuff like flying away from them or anything. They'll stay loaded in. Only 10, and I believe it replaces the most... it replaces your oldest shiny if you get an 11th. Bench resetting too, that works, yeah. That works better for the things that are like rooftop spawns and stuff. Things that aren't in wild zones. Or if the bench is conveniently located to where it can re-roll things that aren't naturally reset by flying. Hey, it's coughing. That's what I've been doing. I think I'm leaning more towards just doing a Professor Oak challenge, so that might be the next video. Maybe not the next video I do, because it's going to take a long time. I'll probably have other videos out. Because hopefully I'll get to start streaming more, because my schedule next semester... First of all, my next semester doesn't actually start until like the 20th or 21st, I think. So, I'm good for a while. And also with my schedule, most days I will be done by like 10 a.m. There are a few days where my classes actually go to 11, I think. But, still, that's getting done before noon. And having the rest of the day to myself. I will probably be getting a job, so... it's debatable when I'll be able to stream still. But hey, I'll still be available to do it. So, I'm looking forward to that because all my free time got taken up this semester. Or this past semester at least. So, wasn't able to do much, unfortunately. Like, I had free time to do stuff, but it was always at like 3 a.m. No one would be awake to watch at 3 a.m. Unless, okay, that was not the right Pokemon. Unless you have messed up sleep schedule or live somewhere else in the world. That's fair. I do too. My sleep schedule up until I got sick was stay up until 2 a.m. Spend 2 hours doing something. It changed throughout the night. Or by the day or whatever. I don't know. I didn't do the same thing after that. But I would do stuff for 2 hours after that. And then I'd go to bed at 4. Wake up at like 12. So, wake up at noon, and then repeat. Also, hello, how's it going? No, I don't think you need it. Just because it is honestly, like, I found so many shinies in ZA before getting the shiny charm. So if you really just want to get into shiny hunting, then you really don't need the charm. You can just go straight into it. You should be fine. It's a nice thing to have, but you don't, like, need a shiny charm to hunt. Like, if you want it, then you should definitely get it at some point. But if you want a shiny hunt, you don't really need it, I don't think. It's very easy to just get shinies. Yeah, I have some fun. I think I started talking about this and I just completely stopped talking about it. But I have some things I want to do on my second channel. The first is the Minecraft series. I started that and then got sick, so I haven't been able to do it. But I started that on Wii U because I'm like, oh yeah, my Wii U is going to be plugged up right here the whole time. I'll play Minecraft on that. And then I went and moved the Wii U across the room. And if it wasn't bad enough there, obviously I messed something up with it by moving it, and my Minecraft save is messed up. So I don't even have that world anymore. But then, maybe good news, I guess. I have it on PS3. And I'm getting the PS3 hopefully tomorrow. So I'm probably just going to move it over to playing on PS3 anyways, because that's going to obviously take the Wii U spot. You got the Wii U for Christmas? Nice. Hopefully you enjoy it. I love mine. I don't know if I can say this because I'm playing a Nintendo game, but let's just say my Wii U is not running the way they intended me to use it. I am using certain external things on my Wii U to make it run this way. I don't think it matters. It's not a supported console. They don't even sell it. It was a failure. I don't think they care what I do with my Wii U. If I'm playing a Nintendo game, I'll do it with my Switch 2. I don't even know if you can do it with a Switch 2 yet. What games? Ooh. Well, obviously you have a lot of great Wii games that work on it, so as long as you get like Wii Sports Resort, Wii Play Motion if you're feeling adventurous, like those alone give you a core or a good Wii setup. A new Super Mario Bros. Game. I mean, they have both Wii if you want to play the Wii version, or U if you want to play the Wii U one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine to say. I just don't know if the fact that I'm actively playing a Nintendo console right now, and it being on the Switch 2, no less. Like, I don't know if that could get misinterpreted out there as I'm playing on a not official Switch 2. I just don't want them to brick my Switch. I don't think they're that crazy about it, actually. I don't even know if it's possible to do it on Switch 2 yet. I just don't want to take that risk. Because I like my Switch 2. I paid good money for this. Yeah, Wii U games came with New Super Mario Bros. U, but it was scratched, so you went to a GameStop and got Mario Party 10. You know, I can't say Mario Party 10 is bad. It just wasn't for me. Me personally, I like Wii Party U. That was always one of my favorite games on the system. So if you like the party games, I think it has great single and multiplayer modes, so I definitely recommend playing that. Mario 3D World, I mean, that was like one of the Wii U's big games, so there's that. Nintendo Land, that was like their Wii Sports of the Wii U. It was meant to be the tech demo. I actually had a lot of fun with it. Of course, you need Wii remotes to play that. At least multiplayer. I think a lot of the single player modes on it, you can just play with the gamepad. Trying to think. I don't actually pop in a lot of my physical Wii U games a lot. Your toilet does not sound okay? Oh no. Of course, I use mine for like GameCube emulation because the Wii U is stupid and it won't let me play my GameCube games natively. I have to emulate them. I don't know, I think this is funny because I have the Wii U, but most of the games I play on my Wii U are literally just Wii games or GameCube, which is still done through the Wii mode because I think the Virtual Wii still has some compatibility for GameCube. The emulator just unlocks that. I don't know. But I bought a Wii U, and I just use it because it's a Wii with HD output. It doesn't output in HD, obviously, but it's a lot more things have HDMI output these days than the AV cables, so it's just convenient. It's a lot easier. I do still play some Wii U games. Like, I don't hate this thing. I love it. The Wii U is probably one of my favorite consoles. I love the gamepad. It's a great controller. Sue me. Please don't, actually. I don't have money. Yeah, it has some fun games. I like it. Devil's Third if you're feeling adventurous. I need to play Devil's Third still. Xenoblade Chronicles X, that's on Switch, but it's on Wii U. Breath of the Wild, same thing. It's on Switch, but it's on Wii U. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are pretty cool. I played Wind Waker actually on the Wii U version first. I haven't played the GameCube. I don't know why I acted like I played that one too. I've only played the Wii U version, but I liked it. I don't know if it's the better version. I know it cuts out a lot of the like grindy stuff at the end there. So, pretty good version. Yeah, the way we got on this topic, Minecraft, I'm probably gonna move that over to playing it on PS3. And I also want to do, like, not skits necessarily, but kind of. They will be like skits, but adaptations of, like, video games and stuff. Because there are some games I think would be pretty funny if me and or some friends just acted out. Like, the two I really want to do are, there's this game called The Town with No Name. And it's pretty funny. It has a lot of dumb things in it. Like, one of the options the second you get there is just get back on the train. It's kind of funny. Because you just leave. Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm 100% sure I will phase on something random. The real question is what? Yeah, I also want to do like a Final Fantasy thing. Probably just start with the first game because it's like the shortest. But it would be like a video or two, maybe if it's a series, I don't know, where me and some friends are like dressed up in funny costumes to be the Warriors of Light. And it's literally just like us going throughout the story of the game. But then we all do like we all have our one gimmick that makes us like funny or whatever. And just throughout, we're just constantly doing that one thing. That's fair. I actually never knew the Wii U existed for the longest time until after I got a Switch. But honestly, I'd rather have the Wii U than the Wii, I think. And maybe that's just because I got a bad Wii. Not a bad Wii, but I got a bad model of it because I have the Family Edition, which is the one where they took out GameCube support. And I'm not gonna lie, if I had one of the original Wii models that actually had GameCube support, I probably would have been perfectly fine with it. But there's some Wii U games that I do like playing on Wii U. Like the Wii Party games and the... Well, I was gonna say something else, but that's pretty much it. It's like off the top of my head. But like, I like it. Wii Party's fun. Especially Wii Party U. So like, I get enough use out of it to justify having it as a Wii U as well. But I just like the convenience of having a Wii that'll hook up through HD. Because eventually that's probably going to be what all I think it's already the point where that's what all TVs have. The only reason my TV has anything else to hook up to it is because it's an older TV. Yeah, I definitely play a lot more. Actually, I don't know. I played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think that's genuinely the only... No, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I think those are the two only Wii U games I have on Switch right now. I'll probably get Xenoblade X because that's one of the games I just want regardless. I should make a poll on what I'll phase on. I might do that if it doesn't happen too soon. You have no idea if your Wii has GameCube support. Your first console, you never got any games. That's fair, actually. I mean, really easy way to tell. I don't know if you remember this, but it's just how the Wii logo was. If you stood up, if the system came with stands to be stood up horizontal, no, if that vertical, yeah. If it came with stands to be stood up vertically, and the Wii logo was laying down, like stood upright when the console was set up that way, it has GameCube support. If it didn't come with stands meant to be laid horizontally, and the Wii logo was upright when it was like that, then it... That's fair. I always have those words that, like, when I type out stuff, I just keep using them. And then, of course, I turn around, like, and I just spam that one word in a message because I'm annoyed at myself for using it too much. I don't know. Yeah, I was really mad about my Wii as well once I found out the earlier Wiis had GameCube support. Because first of all, they did a really poor job of removing the GameCube support from the Wii. Because I have taken that Wii apart, and big surprise, in the part where the controller and memory card flaps are, even though they're like screwed in place and don't open up like the original, if you take them off, it still has the cutouts for the controller ports and memory card slots. It just doesn't have the internals to support them, which is why it's bolted in place and doesn't open. And on the disc channel, it still shows GameCube. Putting a GameCube game in doesn't do anything. It can't read it, but it still shows the GameCube disc. They did like so little to actually remove GameCube support, and it still acts like it can. It's stupid. Like, I get it. They're not gonna like make a whole new mold of a system just because they took out internals. Just don't put the internals in. I love backwards compatibility for stuff though, because it's so interesting to see how consoles go about it. I think it gets most interesting with the Wii era going forward, because for the Wii, you know, the Wii is basically just a repackaged GameCube. So the earlier models obviously have GameCube support, and they can play GameCube games with the GameCube controllers and memory cards. That makes sense. The PS3, if you have the very first model, the reason why the PS3 original model can play all of the first 3 PlayStation games is because it has a PS3 and a PS2 inside of it. Like, I think they literally just put the insides of a PS2 into it as well, so it can play the PS2 games. PS1, I think, just runs off emulation, because all PS3s, from what I've heard, support PS1. My friend has the Super Slim, and I think he said that doesn't work, so I don't know if that's just a gimmick with his model, or I guess a quirk, or if maybe that just specific model doesn't support them anymore, because they're like, okay, if you're buying a Super Slim, do you even care? Wii U has the Virtual Wii. I don't know if that means it has an actual Wii shoved inside of it, or what, but, you know, it runs through a separate mode. 3DS, I think from what I've heard, the way the 3DS does DS backwards compatibility is they literally put a DS inside of this as well. So you get a 3DS and a DS shoved inside of the same casing. Which, because of that, since the DS can natively play Game Boy Advance games, because it had backwards compatibility, even though there's no GBA slot, you can play GBA games natively on the 3DS. That's kind of cool. Which is even stupider, because Nintendo's like, we tried to do Game Boy Advance games, it doesn't work that great. Doesn't work that great. The Ambassador program for 3DS, for the people who bought it when it was higher priced, you got Game Boy Advance games on the Virtual Console through that. The only Game Boy Advance games they ever made for it, but still, you got Game Boy Advance games. It works. Furthermore, again, they run natively. You don't even have to worry about emulation quirks. They just run natively on the 3DS. Just put the game file and boom, it's gonna work. It is programmed to do that. And like, oh, we don't want to do it. Okay. And then the new 3DS, they were like, oh, the computer's more powerful. It can emulate Super Nintendo. When people through homebrewing had gotten the original 3DS to run Super Nintendo perfectly fine, they just did that to sell more new 3DS systems. I just like it because it's more convenient for Pokemon games. Because all of the Sun and Moon titles, those use like expanded memory on the original system, so it takes longer to boot. And if you ever close out of the game, it has to like reboot the system entirely before you can use it again. Because it just puts so much load onto the 3DS, I guess. The new models have enough computer power to just play the games. And then the Switch, I mean, that was just like a repackaged Wii U in a way. I mean, not entirely, but like it has a lot of the same games. and they run about the same. Slightly better, but not much better. Delibird is so annoying. It is. I hated catching it. Because, you know, it wants to flee immediately. And it flees so fast that, like, the second you get close to it, it flees. So you can't even really get in range to throw a ball. It's annoying. Yeah, I think it's also kind of funny because, like, obviously, like, everyone had a Wii, it feels like. You know, that game was that system was, like, everywhere. There were at least 3 houses that I could go to with family that I knew for a fact would have a Wii somewhere. But what annoys me the most is of the other houses we would go to where I knew I had a Wii I could play on, those all had the original model, the one that played GameCube games, just sitting in a house that already barely used the Wii, and with people who bought the Wii because it's a Wii and it has the Wii gimmick, not because they're actual gamers. But then the one house I regularly went to and had the Wii that is basically my Wii, that one had to have the family edition one, the cheap one that doesn't have GameCube support, and it's like, ugh. Why is the one Wii I have actual access to, and the one that I actually got, the one that can't play GameCube games? The curse of a gamer. To get the one version of a system, out of all the ones that you could have been given, the one version of the system that doesn't actually support GameCube games. A lot of backwards compatibility is just extra CPU for the old console. I think the Switch 2 could translate. Yeah, I think the Switch 2, I don't know if it's necessarily emulating the Switch 1. It might be, which I could see then why some games give it issues if it's emulating. But I think it is just translation. It just has to do that really fast, obviously, because you gotta translate this game in real time. But that still makes sense, you know, it still has to translate the code. Not all games work with that, that makes sense. Okay, I'm trying to see how long I can last. I ran out of cough drop a few seconds ago. And I'm just really hoping I don't get set off and start dying again. Because if I can last long enough without this, I'll be fine. Alright. Let's see, I have... like 6 encounters left to hit 400. Make that 5. So I think I'm just gonna wrap up after I hit 400, just because that'll have been just under 100 encounters on this thing, but who cares? I think they'll line up perfectly for hitting 3 hours. And I want to go longer, but I don't want to keep using cough drops. Oh gosh. Coughing's coming back slowly. And I also do kind of want to go eat, so... I might do more later, I don't know. If not, I'll do this tomorrow. But not this. Because tomorrow I am going to set up my 2-switch setup. And I'm going to do Dynamax adventures with myself. And hopefully just keep going through all that to get all the legendaries I need. Or at least the ones that you can only hunt in this game. I do want to play through Soul Silver at some point. That is another thing I wanted to do. Because I've never played Soul Silver. And honestly, I've never even beaten a Gen 2 game before. Because I'm lazy. What time? That's a great question. Probably in like 4 hours, question mark. Three or 4 hours, I'd say. Probably 4. I think there was another one on screen. I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, there are 2 more. Okay, I'll do bonus. Please no. There's 1 more. And then I can be done. Okay. No Corsola, but that's whatever. I'd be upset, but does not matter to me. So, next time I play, I don't know when that'll be. I'll be doing Dynamax adventures. Hopefully, again, 2 players if I can set up my other Switch to get it working. Because I know that capture card is a bit more finicky. And when I'm trying to use it with this one, it really hates me. But I'll see if I can get it to work. Hey, you know, that'll be fun. Hopefully I'll be able to get through all the stuff I need. Probably, definitely not in one sitting, but hopefully I'll be able to start chipping away at those. Then I'll be able to start switching over to full odds, which is going to be real fun. I have some hunts in mind for that already that I just know I want to do full odds. So yeah. All good, all good. I will say if I am going to do the second one today, it will be scheduled in 3 hours. So it will be scheduled well in advance. So if that's not up, then I'm probably not doing it. Alright, I got nothing else to say. Because I'm lame.